Let's go this way. Shrine of the Thunderblade. Excuse me? The only ones left are Warrior, Dancer, and Hunter, I believe. I guess of any of them. Well, Hanit gets a Thunder skill. I think it's Warrior. Thunderblade, though. Voice echoes in your head. Hail, traveler. I am Brand, the Thunderblade. Unto thee, who dost boldly venture into this place, I impart the knowledge of the heavens. It's gotta be Warrior, right? Based on that little thing there. Warrior, okay. I definitely want whatever that is. There we go, okay. If I were to guess, well, it's either Hunter or Dancer, because those are the only ones I don't have. Shrine of the Trader. I forgot I don't have Merchant. It's Merchant, obviously. Yeah, this one's obvious. You unlocked the Merchant. I'm gonna go this way. It's a gold shore. I had business here. Don't want to do Ophelia's just yet. It's way too high level. Your travels have brought you to Goldshire, where a fever is running rampant. You roll up your sleeves and begin to get to work. We shall do this. The story so far. And so Alfyn left behind his sleepy village in hopes of bringing succor to the suffering. He asks for no coin for his services to honor the man who once saved his life. With the words of his friend Zeph in his heart, he wandered from town to town until his travels brought him to Goldshore. In this idyllic town by the sea, surely there was someone in need of his aid. Alright. Nah, nothing like a town by the sea. It's very pretty. This game is really pretty. Even if the air is a bit briny for my liking. Go for a swim? Ha, don't mind if I do. Did you hear? Old Zeke's been stricken too. That's 10 in just a week. 10 people already. The fever's spreading fast. Whatever are we to do?
Now that you mention it,
I hear there's a traveling apothecary in town. You already know of me? That's very fast.
Aye.
They say she whipped up a tonic that cured one boy's fever overnight. Not talking about me. Okay, someone else.
I see.
She? So I've got a colleague in town. Wonder if she'd be interested in talking shop.
Ow!
Is it you? Ow, it hurts.
Howdy.
Are you okay, little girl? Here, you dropped something. A seashell, is it? Thanks.
Shucks.
Looks like you scraped up your knee. Mind if I take a look? Ouch, I bet that smarts. I know the feeling. I'm always tripping over my own 2 feet. But every time you pick yourself back up, you'll find yourself that much tougher for it.
Alright.
That'll do her. One of the best healing balms there.
Thanks.
Thanks, stranger. I'm Ellen.
Hi.
I'm Alfyn. That almost rhymes, yeah?
That's amazing.
Neat. Are you a medicine man? You might say that. I'm what they call an apothecary.
Wow.
Wow, I've never met one of you before. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Apothecary.
Now listen here.
Alfyn will do.
Hey there.
Hey, Alfyn, can I ask you a favor?
Oh?
Go for it. It's my sister, Flynn. She got a fever, and she's been in bed all week. She's always crying. No matter how much she sleeps, it just gets worse and worse.
Oh.
Much like my voice. Say no more. I'll fix her up right as rain. After all, that's what I'm here for. Oh, thank you. Our house is right there. I wonder if our apothecary colleague will make an appearance. Thou art good with children. You think so? I can't say I ever thought about it that much. Though I always liked playing with the young ones back home. So thou hast experienced the best teacher. 'Tis a fine gift indeed to bring joy to the faces of children. Shucks, don't reckon it's much of a gift. Big smile's all you need. They're infectious, you know? I wonder. It's true. Come on, why don't you give it a go? Like this? That's how you do it. I'm feeling better already. See, if the grown-ups aren't smiling, the kids will get worried. They'll figure something's up. Verily, thou art a wiser man than it would first appear. That's fun.
Oh, wow.
Is there any hope for her, milady? It's just the fever that's going around. My remedy will have her on her feet in no time. This is the apothecary lady.
How are you?
And down it goes. Well, Flynn, did it help?
Yes.
Wow, I feel better already.
Oh my!
Just feel her forehead. The fever's all but gone. Oh, how can we ever repay you? Ever since their father died, I've raised my 2 girls on my own. I fear I have little in the way of coin.
My sympathies.
You have my sympathies. Worry not. Your kind words are payment enough.
Thank you.
Truly, you are too kind, my lady. Just doing my job. And with that, I should be on my way. Oh, and of course, should the symptoms return, please don't hesitate to call me. Sorry about that.
Howdy.
Here I am. Where's my patient? I heard a poor girl suffering from a terrible fever.
Alfyn.
She's right there, Alfyn.
Oh?
Aha, just sit tight. I'll have you feeling better in no time. You're a bit late, Alfyn. She looks just fine to me.
Hey!
Ellen, what are you doing bringing this scruffy-looking stranger into our home? Pardon, madam, but I'm an apothecary. I only meant to.
Really?
Oh, are you now? My daughter's already been treated by a professional, so I'm afraid we won't be needing your services. Good day, sir. You're very hostile, ma'am. Tough crowd. She made it sound like I'm some kind of quacksalver.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Alfyn. I didn't know there was another apothecary in town. Don't worry about it. Your sister's feeling better, and that's what matters, right?
Thanks.
Yeah, anyway, Alfyn. Thanks anyway, Alfyn.
See ya.
Take care, Ellen, and try not to catch a cold. You too. That must have been the apothecary that everyone was buzzing about. The girl's forehead wasn't even warm. Whoever this rival of mine is, she sure knows her stuff. What I wouldn't give to be able to pick her brain. We need to look for her. Maybe Albertan or something. Your skill in brewing salves is most admirable. Well, you've got your swordplay to boast of. Me, I've got my medicine. Just so, my friend. Neither curing nor fighting is a contest as such, but we all hope to triumph in our own field. And indeed, meeting fellows in the same trade can inspire a man, make him strive a little harder. At least, it is among men of the sword. Guess you've had your run-ins with rivals who you hated losing to. That would be all of them. But unlike swordsmen, the world can never have too many gifted healers. My thinking exactly. That's why I need to keep getting better, so I can help as many folks as I can. A noble ambition. Up this way to the Gold Manor Shore District.
What's all the hubbub?
Manor District. I can read, I promise.
Oh, miss, how can we ever repay you?
Thanks to your tincture, my dear husband is out of bed for the first time in weeks.
We have found Our Lady.
My word, it worked like a miracle.
And for such a modest fee, no less. You could charge tenfold, and it would still be a steal.
Oh, you are far too kind. I was only doing my job. Seeing your hale and hearty smiles is payment enough for me. After all, we apothecaries have a sworn duty to ease suffering wherever we go, do we not?
Fine words, those. You must be the apothecary everyone's been talking about.
Indeed. Judging from that satchel of yours, I trust I am speaking to a colleague?
You bet. Though I've only started my journey. I'm Alfyn.
Vanessa. Vanessa Heisel. A pleasure.
Vanessa.
A sworn duty to ease suffering, eh? I like the sound of that. And I couldn't agree more. It's not about the coin we make. So long as I can keep myself fed, the joy of knowing I've eased someone's pain is all the payment I need.
But of course, it is for that very purpose that I seek to ever hone my skills.
Great minds think alike, eh? Hey, would it be too much for me to ask to take a look at your pharmaceutics? Well, just hearing about it, it's clear you're out of my league. The ingredients, the preparation, anything you could teach me, I'm all ears.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I can't share trade secrets with those in the business.
Very suspicious.
Ah, beg pardon. I understand. We do need to put food on the table after all.
No need for apologies. You're quite the diligent one, aren't you?
Oh, you bet. I'm still new to this after all. Every day I'm learning something new. At any rate, I'm glad to know this town is in good hands. See you around.
You flatter me, friend. Fare thee well.
Very enigmatic. I can't say that.
Alrighty, where should I head now?
That wasn't it, was it?
Maybe I'll take a stroll by the beach.
There's gotta be a bit more to this chapter than just meeting someone and then leaving.
Oh!
You are devoted to your duties, to your studies, indeed. Most admirable. Got lots to learn still, is why. Even if I spend every free moment with my nose on the books, it's never enough. Not if I want to be able to treat every injury or illness I come across. With your passion, I do not doubt you will one day achieve that. More than knowledge itself, it is drive and dedication that makes someone the best they can be. You already have the important thing you need for learning. You think so? Can't say I'd ever felt that way to me. Keep up the work, and you will become the apothecary you always wanted to be. I can't help but feel like you're being overly generous there, Professor. But if you have that much faith in me, maybe I should too. Very nice. If I swap now, I just did. Okay. This way? No, it's her.
Well now.
Well, looky here.
Good afternoon.
Hello again, Alfyn. This is for you. Do you like it?
What's this now?
A seashell. Hey, thanks. It's a beaut. Thank you for helping me.
Well now.
I didn't do much, but payment accepted. I give the prettiest ones to Flynn. She likes them too.
You don't say.
You're really raking them in. I bet you could sell them at the markets for a small fortune. I know, that's why I give most of them to Mother. Oh? She cries sometimes because we don't have any money.
I see.
You don't say. How about you, Alfyn? Do you have money? I think you got me beat with all those shells, but I get by. Are you sure? I can give you some if you need them.
Now listen here.
Money makes the world go round. This much is true. But you know what, Ellen? You, Flynn, and your mother have each other. That's more valuable than all the money in the world. It is?
You bet.
You can bet on it. Mother says Flynn still needs to rest. But when she's feeling better, we're going to come back and collect seashells together.
Well now.
Don't you worry about that. That Vanessa knows her stuff. Flynn will be doing cartwheels in no time. I can't wait. Think it's Tressa's type? Yes.
Wow!
It's beautiful, that shell. Ain't it though? Ellen's got a heart of gold. I'll say. Mind if I take a closer look? The shell. You thinking it may be something rare? Valuable even? Let's see now. Why yes, I'm sure of it. This shell is utterly ordinary. In terms of value, at least. But Ellen gave it to you with all the gratitude in her heart. And that means there's no treasure like it in all of the world. I see what you did there, but thank you, Tress. So don't lose it now, you hear? That's very nice. Alfyn's just a very nice dude. I like him a lot.
Huh?
What's this? It's her again. There seems to be another commotion. Miss Heisel, come quickly. My husband won't stop coughing.
My sympathies.
Oh dears, isn't that a shame? It seems to be a nasty malady going around. Malady going around. The Gabora whooping cough, that's called. It hails from a land afar, far to the south. But worry not, among my wares is a tonic that will cure it overnight.
You don't say!
Oh, Miss Heisel, I knew we could count on you.
Indeed.
My word, even the bottle is simply exquisite. And this will cure him, you say?
But of course.
It most certainly will. It's brewed from a very special type of moss, you see. One that only grows in a remote and quite treacherous location. Because of the rarity of the key reagent, I fear I must charge a substantial fee. Money's no object to us. We'll pay anything.
Well,
Splendid. In that case, 100,000 leaves a file should suffice.
what?
Oh dear, that is substantial. Still, my dear daughter's life is at stake. I'll take it.
I have no objections.
If Lady Heisel made, I'm sure it's worth every leaf. I'll take 2.
Goodness.
For me as well. I'll spare no cost for the health of my loved ones.
Thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you, friends.
Oh,
My lady, I hear Flynn has come down with the cough as well. There's no way she'd be able to pay that.
oh dear.
The poor girl. You have my sympathies.
Oh.
I fear that we do not have the coin that the gentry do, but here, this is my entire savings. Might you pray sell me a single file? Fial? I don't know how to say the word. Even just a sip. Anything to save my poor Flynn.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, miss, but I fear my medicine is in high demand and short supply. I simply cannot let it go of it so cheaply. Please have mercy. My poor Flynn, whatever am I to do?
Oh dear.
I'm almost sold out. I'd better go stock up on some you-know-what.
Holy.
Wasn't she just talking about how she didn't do it for the money? My poor, poor Flynn. Oh, merciful Elfric, pray bring the flame of light to our path. Pray bring the flame to light our path. My dearest, ever since I lost you, I have scarce been able to feed and clothe our girls. They have suffered far more than their share. And yet, every day they bring me seashells. They tell me to smile.
Oh.
Must I look on as helpless poor Flynn wastes away? Have I failed them once and for all? Oh gods, if there still is mercy in this world, please save her. I pray with all my heart and soul.
Criminy!
Mind if I drop in for a bit?
What?
You're that. One scraggly, scruffy-looking apothecary at your service. I might not be Miss Heisel, but if you need my help, it's yours.
Let me take a look.
So how about it? The gods may be all-powerful, but a checkup never hurts. Even more coughing. This isn't good. She's coughing so hard she can barely breathe. How did a rare disease from a far-flung land come to this town anyhow? You said it was Vanessa's medicine that cured your daughter's fever, yes?
Oh, yes.
It sure did. Worked like a miracle.
I don't know.
What kind of medicine was it? What kind? There's still a few drops left.
Oh?
Let me see it. This aroma must have been brewed from Gabora Evergreen. That would make sense. It's a potent fever reducer after all. But I remember reading something else about it.
What's this now?
What was it now?
Oh,
Wait, here it is. Gabora evergreen, a flowering plant native to the tropical and subtropical regions of the continent of Plant native to the tropical and subtropical regions of the continent of Gabora, known for its antipyretic properties. I cannot read. A constituent, I messed that up, compound has been known to cause inflammation and swelling of the throat, inducing severe coughing. The symptoms resemble those of whooping cough known to plague the land whence it hails. Due to the risk of severe and adverse reactions, use of Gabora evergreen in any dosage is strongly discouraged. It's basically poison. That Vanessa, she couldn't.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not. I'm sorry, but I am afraid I can't share the trade secrets with those in the business. If they had the line, they could have just replayed it.
son of a...
She knew exactly what she was doing. She gave the villagers that medicine for free, knowing full well that when the side effects kicked in... Worry not. Among my wares is a tonic that will cure it overnight. Because of the rarity of the key reagent, I fear I must charge a substantial fee.
Shucks.
She induced those symptoms on purpose so she could sell her overpriced elixir. That twisted, conniving... Hold tight, Flynn. I'll have you feeling better in no time. Give me 2 gifs and I'll brew you up just the thing. That... Thank you.
Alfyn,
Huh?
Vanessa said something about a special moss. A moss that can cure coughing. That's it, miss. Have you ever seen a moss around here that glows blue? Moss? I've never heard of such a thing. But I don't get out of town much. You might try asking around?
Here we go!
Gotcha. I'll be back with just the thing I need to cure Flynn's cough for good.
you bloody better!
Stop that at once!
Ellen, where did you learn such language? Yeah, that was very uncalled for. You just sit tight and keep Flynn company, okay? Alright. Do you know anything? A coachman by trade, he puts the safety of his customers above all else and refuses to traverse dangerous regions regardless of the payment offered. Owing to his experience, he knows many a shortcut and back road. Nice chatting with you. Vanessa's destination. The next person should be up here. Over here. You. Hello, chest. Don't mind if I do. What do you have to say, sir? A haughty aristocrat who leads a life of luxury, turning his nose up at all not born into privilege. His elitist attitudes have in turn earned him the ire of the common folk and no few fellow noblemen. Gossip of Glowworm Moss.
Alright.
So Vanessa set out for the Caves of Azure to the east. Got it. Southwest we go. How did I miss you? Alright. That was a pretty simple area. I think all I need to do is heal. Actually, we're gonna save because I was a fool and forgot to equip everyone with actual stuff.
I've done my research.
Okay, that's the boss right there. That was a fairly simple dungeon, very short. Not as short as Cyrus's was. That was just like 2 corridors. I think I should give Cyrus a plum. And then have you first aid. There we go. We shall save again, because I just don't know how to not do that. And let's go.
Now to harvest myself some glowworm moss. Can't keep my well-paying patients waiting.
This does not look like an ethical business practice here.
Oh, to think this moss would bring me a king's ransom. Who'd have known this job could be so profitable?
Howdy, Vanessa. Fancy meeting you here.
So you sniffed out my supply, huh? Well, you're not as stupid as you look.
That medicine you gave the townspeople for their fevers was brewed from Gabora Evergreen, wasn't it? That was your plan all along, to induce the side effects so you could sell the remedy at a premium.
You catch on quick. I travel the land selling my potions and salves for more leaves than you'll see in a lifetime. What do layfolk know of illnesses and their cures? Nothing. That's what makes this job so easy. If it weren't for rival apothecaries like you.
What happened to your sworn duty to ease suffering?
Here's some advice, little puppy. Don't trust anything you can get for free. A stately mansion, lavish dresses, fine wine. Why shouldn't everything I want be mine?
You're free to have what you want, but I won't let you deceive the weak and vulnerable to get it. Using your knowledge to inflict pain for profit? You're a disgrace to our profession. Doesn't it make you feel anything to see people suffer?
Should it? The ailing, the injured, they're tools to an end. Just like the little kittens I test my tonics on.
Kinda messed up, dude.
They bring me leaves by the bucket. And when they've outlived their usefulness, they die. Do you cry when you toss away a broken flask? Well then, why should I?
Unfortunately for you, there's no cure for a rotten heart.
Oh, so you don't care for my philosophy? Perhaps you'd care to die instead, My ample wealth has allowed me to secure good insurance. You're a threat to my business, and you don't seem like the type to go home quietly. Or the type to keep your mouth shut, even if you did.
You're goddamned right I won't. On the contrary, I'm gonna brew a remedy and help those people. Not for profit, but because easing people's suffering is what I do.
You tell him, Alfyn.
How noble. But here's my diagnosis. That shabby sense of justice will prove fatal.
This should be fun.
Protected by our help. Okay. The same as before. Are you guys perhaps weak to knife?
I appreciate it.
No.
Really.
Ow.
All
That
right.
hurts. Okay. Are you guys... Well, you're weak to ice, so I should probably use icicle.
I am ready.
You guys wouldn't be weak to dark, would you? No. Well, she is.
What is the logical course of action?
We don't need to worry about her for now, though. ice. Very nice. You guys perhaps weak to sword? Yes. Oh, don't do that.
Bring it on!
Don't care much for that.
Cool off!
I think it would be in my best interest to use Blizzard.
A tempest of ice shall reign!
Break one of you.
I am ready.
We will Peacock Cyrus.
The peacock strut.
So that when it gets to his turn again. Ow, by the way. Don't care for that. Just hit you.
Ready.
Should I heal? Probably. She's gonna attack immediately. Yeah, I'll heal.
How about this?
That's fine. With the dagger. Icicle.
Cool off!
Okay. Don't kill Primrose. Oh, that would have killed Primrose.
Course of action. Now the true lesson.
This will damage one of them at least. Okay. It's gotta be at least yellow, right? Ow. Oh god, that's not
What is
good.
the logical course of action?
Okay, that's yellow. Heal.
Your pain shall be eased.
Can I use like a boosted... That's not good.
Here we go!
Actually, that's probably fine, because I have the healing thing. Can I use a boosted this?
Alrighty!
No? I don't think that changes anything. Let's get Therion back. Because he has HP Thief if nothing else.
Here.
Nice. Sedative. Oh, that's not good.
What's this?
Come on, this is not good. Heal.
Your pain shall be eased.
I don't really have many other options. Oh, that does more than I can heal. Okay. If I do this, will you maybe get more health? You do. Okay, that's really good. Ow.
What's this now?
I should... Do I have any olives? I do, but not many. Ow.
Alright!
Okay, so we need Alfyn and Therion and Cyrus, I mean. I keep mixing up Therion and Cyrus for some reason. I don't know why. Point is, I need Cyrus and Alfyn to be on healing duty. While Primrose is on support because she's a dancer. And Therion will be my main attacker guy. We'll work on just one guy at a time for now.
My turn.
She's gonna do something immediately after this. I don't know if I can do anything to prevent whatever she's gonna do. Explosive. Ow.
What's this now?
I maybe could have used like a healing bunch if I had one of those. Revive, I just realized. That would have been helpful. It's a bit overkill for now, though. We're not gonna use 50 SP to heal one person, to revive one dude.
Alright!
Especially when I can use 16
That's what I'm here for.
to revive him. I just brought her back, dude. Stimulant, oh god.
Out of my way.
I thought this was gonna be easy because this is like one of the last chapter 2s I have. This is rough, dude.
I'm ready. Are you?
Hurt you.
Yes.
Plum.
Here goes
You-
nothing.
HP thief. Okay. That'll help a little bit. No, it won't. You can't poison me. Vivify Cyrus.
That's what I'm here for.
Because he has revive. No, he doesn't. Oh god, that was
So
not.
much to learn.
Wow, that. She kicked my ass, dude. Alright, so I just did a little bit of grinding. I got everyone up like 1 or 2 levels. I got Therion, his like 3000 JP skill, which was Shackle Foe. And then he got Insult to Injury as a... I can't check it. It basically makes debuffs last a turn longer if he's the one who gives it to him. I got Cyrus's Divine skill, which not gonna be super helpful for this boss. It will be once we beat the 2 minions, and then we get only her. But once that happens, we'll basically have 1 anyway. Well, that's not true. She's pretty powerful. It'll be helpful. We have mastered everything that Scholar has to offer on Cyrus's end. That's about all I did. We saw this cutscene
Now to
before.
harvest.
This should be fun.
Okay. Oh yeah, I also
Out of my way.
gave Alfyn the cleric job, and then I made Cyrus a merchant. Just because I thought that would help. It probably won't, but it might. We'll debuff you. That's nice.
I am ready.
Should I buff ourselves defensively, or... I should probably buff us defensively. Especially Primrose, because she's the weakest defensively.
Dilemma.
I'm not gonna be afraid. Oh, I can use... Usable only at maximum boost. Oh wow, that's... Oh wow, that... I don't like that. I'd have to need donate BP in order to make that especially viable.
Tempest of ice shall reign.
You're weak to fire,
Here
which
goes
is
nothing.
nice. If you're weak to any of the 3 elementals that, now 4, that Cyrus can do, then the fight just becomes a lot easier.
Cool off.
Let's mainly focus on just this one guy, though. And that may make it a bit easier. Okay. Armor corrosive?
I see through your defenses.
Because we're about to beat you. Nice.
I am ready.
You guys aren't weak to dark, I'm pretty sure. But she is. If the last fight was anything to go by. We will Lion Dance
The Lion Dance.
Therion. Because next turn,
Here goes nothing.
once we fight this guy,
Cool off.
he's gonna need to take a lot of damage from the Therion
I'm ready. Are you? I appreciate it. Really?
and Cyrus later in the turn.
Here goes nothing.
We will Icicle you as well.
Cool off.
Because you're next. You might kill Primrose. Okay. I think they can do like 800 damage to Primrose, can't they? And this is with the defense buff she has. That's a lot of damage.
Now, what next?
I'm gonna triple.
Unparalleled.
I'm gonna do this. Okay, I thought that would take down that first guy that got broken, but I suppose not.
I am ready.
We'll just always
The
keep
peacock
Cyrus buffed for as long as we can.
My turn.
HP Few. Just get all of it back. Okay.
What is the logical course of
We need
action?
to have Alfyn heal everyone at his next opportunity. Use Blizzard.
A tempest of ice shall rage.
That guy's gonna go down soon. I don't like that. That's
All right.
probably the best person he could have given. She could have used it on. Level 1 boost. No, level 2 boost.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. That didn't help at all, actually. I shouldn't have boosted. Ow.
What's this now?
That's not good. Do I have a healing bunch? I do. I only have the one, though. That was the best time to use it.
My turn.
Thief. You. Keep a few because you're gonna attack this turn. Get the
I'm
best
ready.
immediate effect out of that. Lion Dance.
The
Theory,
lion dance.
so that when he attacks, he does more damage.
Here goes nothing.
Apothecary, Icicle
Cool
View.
off.
I should have had you heal, actually. I won't make that same mistake twice.
Try this.
I think we'll take him down without needing to break him. That's not good.
What's this now?
It's fine, though. It's fine. I hope. That guy's down. That made that a lot easier.
Bring it on.
Heal everyone.
Is that better?
The boost helped a little bit, but not enough to actually... Ow.
My turn.
Maybe I shouldn't have put all my healing eggs into one metaphorical basket with Alfyn, because having 2 healers meant, well, twice the healing. Shackle you. I don't know if
What's this now?
whatever Vanessa's doing counts as elemental or physical. Like, if I could shackle her and she'll do less damage to us, that would be really nice. But I'm not sure if that would work. I need to heal. Now. Do I have another, like, healing everyone? No, probably not. I'll just Blizzard again. And then have Primrose use an item or something.
I am ready.
Who to use it on? Because he could attack basically anyone. And they would die. I think Alfyn would be okay. Cyrus... No... Cyrus
Stay
makes
strong.
sense. I don't think I could kill anyone this turn.
He gets.
Definitely needs to heal.
Is that better?
And then maybe I think Alfyn's the next. Heal Alfyn. And she's gonna do that. Just remove that
I am
debuff.
ready.
Peacock Cyrus.
The peacock struck.
I need to give him a plum or 2 now. I've been using a lot of
What next?
like level 2 attacks here.
A tempest of ice shall rage!
I think we got him though.
Here we go.
I'm gonna heal here.
Is that better?
And then if she doesn't do anything too bad here...
Here we go.
That's fine. I need to give him a
Try
bomb.
this.
And now we have level 5 boost for everyone,
Let's do this!
which is very nice.
Try this!
Get all your SP back. That was
I'm
more than I
ready.
even have. Lion Dance, Therion.
The lion dance.
Now, what next?
And...
Now the true lesson. A tempest of ice shall
Okay.
rage!
let's hope she doesn't summon any more minions.
Bring it on.
Yeah, okay. I think we're good now. This has become a lot easier, I think. Would you happen to be weak to axe? Yes.
I am ready.
You're not weak to dagger. I would have figured that out by now if you were. I just realized Primrose would make a pretty good merchant, at least for donate BP if nothing else. Because she has nothing else to really use boost on. Like, she can increase the buff time, but that's not really necessary. Lion Dance. Buff your defense.
The mole dance.
Thief skills will wildfire you. So you're gonna be broken next turn, I believe.
Here! What next?
We'll just use Fireball. I should probably wait a bit until we have level 3 boost. Okay. If she's weak to... she's not weak to dagger, I'd know. She's gonna do whatever she's gonna do here. Probably explode. No poison.
What's the big idea?
Oh, that's not good.
What next?
Fireball. Do we Fireball here? Yes.
I am ready.
We could... I would have liked if we could have Therion buffed and her Vanessa debuffed, but I don't think I can get that this time, at least. I can only buff one person between Therion and Cyrus. I think Cyrus does more
The
damage,
peacock strut.
so we'll just make him do even more damage.
Shucks.
Let's
Get down to work!
use amputation. Very nice. Good damage.
I'm ready. Are you?
Use Steel SP. That's good.
Shucks.
Why does she have that really big debuff now? Did I do that? Is that something Therion does? I didn't realize that that was the case.
That'll do her.
Yeah, heal Alfyn. He's a bit low.
Now, what next? Now the true lesson.
Firestorm.
Great inferno to scorch the
Okay.
land.
I am ready.
Are you good now? You're still in the white. Okay. Don't like that. Let's use this opportunity to Lion Dance. Oh. We'll do this. Is your level 3 percent? Okay, just a grunt. Level 2 boost
The lion
Therion,
dance.
so that he's buffed for a decent bit. Ow. That's fine.
I am ready.
I think I should give Alfyn a
Stay
palm.
strong.
Shucks.
Heal everyone.
Is that better?
Okay, we're getting a good loop, I think.
Out of my way.
It would be really nice if you were weak to dagger, but can't always have what we want. Should I? No.
Oh, flames!
I'm probably gonna wait to break you anyway.
I am ready.
Nothing Primrose can really do, so I'll use this opportunity to plumb Cyrus.
Stay strong.
Out of my way.
Wildfire you.
Don't play. Now, what next?
We'll fireball you. Should I have Therion
Shucks.
break you next turn? I think I should.
Is that better?
It would be best if... That's annoying. That's really annoying. Okay, whatever, it's fine. Shackle you. I should
Bring
have
it
known
on.
that she was gonna summon guys. We have a lot of boost though, so I think we'll be okay.
That'll do her.
I think first aid does more than healing. Can't poison Alfyn.
I am ready.
Dancer, Peacock, Cyrus.
The peacock struck.
Okay.
An interesting dilemma.
Scholar, Blizzard. Alright.
Out of my way.
Thief. This.
I see through the defenses.
And that'll do damage. As
Here
we
goes
go.
nothing.
I don't think I need to use... I'll heal wounds. I'll just use the first aid on
That'll
myself.
do her.
Alfyn is not doing very well health-wise all the
I
time.
am ready.
He's constantly needing to heal. That's okay though. Buff me.
The mole dance.
Don't care for that at all. Ow.
My turn.
Just give me some SP, please. Thank you. Poison, that's annoying, but fine.
All right.
Should probably use heal
Is
wounds,
that better?
because Cyrus doesn't really help much.
I am
I
ready.
do think that healing is based off of elemental attack. That just seems to be the only thing that makes sense. As to why Cyrus did it so well, but Alfyn isn't.
The lion dance.
I don't know if that was a good idea, but I did it. Blizzard. I probably need to plumb Cyrus again. I used my big plum already.
I'm ready. Are you? I appreciate it. Really?
Nice. 4,000
I am
damage
ready.
right there. Let's use a plum on Cyrus.
Stay strong.
Just need to keep plumbing Cyrus every now and then.
Here we go. Alrighty.
Amputate you. Nice. Okay.
Now, what next?
Scholar, Blizzard.
Tempest of ice.
Vanessa is yellow now, which is very nice. Oh no, that's not good. That might have broken our momentum completely. That's really not good. I didn't realize how low she was. Should I use an olive? And then have Alfyn heal everyone? That's what I should do. I should use an olive to heal Primrose.
Alright!
And hopefully boosting helps.
Is that better?
It kinda doesn't. It helps a little bit. I don't have... I have... No. Heal Therion. Someone's gonna die here. Okay, we're fine. We are okay. We need to heal Prim.
He gets.
We need to heal everyone.
Is that better?
Especially Alfyn, but that's not gonna work, really. What's Pomegranate do? That's BP, okay. Heal Alfyn. Okay, I think we're fine now. Our loop has been broken.
What next?
I need a plum. But that's okay. We're mostly fine now. That's a little annoying, but it's not someone I wanted to do. Plum basket. Yeah.
Try this.
Because both Alfyn and Cyrus needed one.
I'm ready.
Keep Cyrus buffed. I need to fix Therion at some point. Because waiting for that to go down is not going to be helpful. Ow. Oh, Therion's okay. That's good. Use HP Thief.
You're too kind.
And that debuffs you. I don't know how, but it does.
Alright!
Use Cleric.
Is that
heal
better?
wounds.
I am ready.
Use a lion. Use a buffed lion dance.
The lion
Therion.
dance.
That's good.
What is the logical course of action?
I'll need to... Plum Cyrus again.
I am ready.
I'm running out of plums really fast.
Stay strong.
That's fine. Thief skill.
Let's do this! I
Steal a
appreciate
thief.
it.
Okay. She's defenseless. She's gonna... Okay, she's out of ingredients?
What is the logical course of action?
Does that mean what I think it is? Is she gonna stop pulling out all that crazy stuff she's been doing? Hopefully that just means she can't use... Well, realistically that means she can't use that one thing anymore.
Oh, flames! Rain!
That was a bad idea. No, it wasn't. Because Therion needs...
Here we go.
Time. I think I should use that on Therion. Maybe. Because he
Try
just
this.
boosted, so he's not going to get one next turn.
Let's do this!
Yeah,
I
do this.
appreciate it. Really?
3,000, very nice.
An interesting dilemma.
Scholar.
My focus is unparalleled.
Firestorm.
Great inferno to scorch the
Another
land.
3,000. That was 6,000 in that
I'm
one
ready.
turn. You should probably refresh
The
Cyrus.
peacock struck.
Here we go.
Alrighty!
should probably use the last stand. No, that uses too much SP. 2,000, very nice. Puff and puff. Ow. Okay, go back to healing.
Is that better?
I don't think she can summon any more guys.
My turn.
Which I am very grateful for.
Don't play.
She's in the red. And
I'm
we've
ready.
done... I think we did like 8,000 damage to her in that last turn. So that's very nice. Lion Dance Furion.
What is the logical course of action?
I need to have Alfyn, Plum, Cyrus.
Oh,
Fireball.
flames! Rage strong!
Bring it on!
Almost out of plums.
Try this!
Which means almost out of SP. Which means Cyrus won't be able to attack anymore. Which isn't very good. If I Lion Dance Alfyn,
The Lion Dance.
then amputation will do a lot of damage.
Don't play.
We'll get her though.
What is the logical course of action?
I'm not
Oh,
worried.
Flames! Rage strong!
Because right here,
Bring it on!
if I
Let's get down to work!
amputate, thank you, Alfyn. That's fine. It's fine. Poison doesn't kill you, does it?
There!
Oh no. It does. Shit. Get back up.
Stay strong.
Now, what next? My focus is unparalleled!
Firestorm.
Great inferno to
Okay.
scorch the land!
Okay, that was rough,
You
dude.
should have studied harder.
I thought that'd be an easy fight because I've done so many of this like level. And we're even level, even though we just leveled up. Like Primrose was one level below. And that was it. Wow, that was rough.
Ugh!
Damn it all, I paid good coin for them. The game's up. I'll be taking this moss now. And I've alerted the guards. If you know it's good for you, you'll turn yourself. And I've alerted the guards. If you know it's good for you, you'll turn yourself in. Alright, you've got me. I repent, I repent. I don't trust her. She's gonna make a run for it. Sussed out your escape route already? I'm not as naive as I look.
Now listen here.
I brought a special treat just for you.
This isn't good.
Wait, that's...
Now then.
I had a feeling you'd recognize it. Slumber Thorn, the most powerful sleep-inducing substance in the realm. One prick and the next thing you'll know, you'll be waking up on the dungeon floor. Maybe one day you can start over as a real apothecary, if they ever let you out.
Ugh!
You'll pay for this, you stupid, naive...
Now then.
Why didn't we use that in the fight, though? That would have been perfect. That'll keep her quiet until the guards come. Now I'll just help myself to some of this moss.
All right.
That'll do her. Hold tight, Flynn. I'm on my way. This is Therion? This is Therion.
Now then.
What do you intend to do about that woman? Vanessa. I reckon I'll let her stew in goal and ponder all she's done. Goal or no, I've never seen, I don't know if I'm saying that right. She doesn't strike me as the type to turn introspective. Maybe, maybe not, but I figure she's tossing and turning something fierce right about now. What do you mean? See, Slumberthorn has other effects, less well known. It can prick someone's conscience, for example. If there's something in your heart you'd rather avoid, it'll come out in your sleep instead. As a nightmare. That's right. How she'll deal with that when she wakes up is up to her. But I warrant she is having second thoughts about what she did. Well, I hope so. Why, for my sake? Just be careful, alright? Alright. That's good. I need to get Ophelia in the party, though. Right there. No, don't leave. There. Alright. Well, how are you feeling now? Better.
Oh my!
Her cough. It's gone. And my throat. It doesn't hurt anymore. Good to hear it. You saved my daughter's life. How can I even begin to repay you? It's on the house. The moss didn't cost me anything, after all. How could I have been so wrong? You were the true apothecary. Pray forgive my rudeness earlier, good sir. No skin off my nose. Your girl's healthy again. That's all that matters to me.
Thanks.
Thank you, Alfyn. Finally, I can go gather seashells with Ellen again. Go have all the fun you want.
Be safe here.
And with that, I'd best be off. There are other people out there who need this medicine. And once I've done my job and everyone in Goldshore is hale and hearty, it'll be time to hit the road again.
See ya.
Till we meet again.
Hey, thanks!
Oh, thank you. Thank you ever so much.
Now then. Where out there is someone in need of a fixer-upper?
Alfyn!
Oh, Ellen, Flynn.
Aw, we were trying to surprise you!
You're already looking 100%, ain't you, Flynn?
I'm all better now, thanks to you.
But what's this? Have you two been rolling around in the dirt all day?
These are for you.
Wowzers! Seashells, and scores of them.
We found them together, Flynn and me. Thank you for helping us, Alfyn. Take care, okay?
Shucks.
We found as many as we could. We know you're poor. Is this going to be enough?
I reckon it'll keep me fed for a while. You didn't have to. Y'all take care of your mother now, you hear?
He's crying! Alfyn's crying! Grown-ups aren't supposed to cry!
Even grown-ups need a good cry from time to time. Stay healthy for me, will ya?
You too, Alfyn! You... too! now you're crying too!
Alfyn's chapters are so nice.
You were always my hero, an unreachable ideal. But heck if I ain't getting closer by the day.
And so Alfyn bid farewell to Goldshore, more convinced than ever of his chosen path. Though his travels had only just begun, one town was already happier for his presence. And so he set forth for Saintsbridge in the Riverslands, eager to see what his journey had in store. Nice. And we have 2 more travel banters.
Alfyn,
Alfyn, are you crying? What? Nah, of course not. I just have something in my eye. Sweat, that is. My eyes get sweaty and... No, I mean a bit of dust in my eyes. Both of them. Alfyn, there's no shame in showing your emotions. Those little ones adored you, after all. You'll be a wonderful father someday, I'm sure of that. Father? Now do look after those shells, won't you? Oh, right. Ah, shucks, another speck of dust. Oh dear. That's nice, it follows immediately after that cutscene.
Thank you very much.
Alfyn, sir, I wish to thank you. You do? For what? For healing Flynn. I don't need thanks for that, Ophelia. Easing folks' suffering is my job. I'm just doing what I came here to do. Only because you are a gentle soul and have made it your job. It's a rare thing in this day and age. Ah, shucks. You're gonna set the ants on me now. I beg your pardon? Yeah, I don't know what that means either. My behind. It gets itchy anytime someone starts singing my praises. How, dreadful. Tell me about it. It wouldn't be half as bad if I could just stop scratching. Well, that one was a bit weird. Anyway. I think next is either Stoneguard for Hanit or Victor's Hollow for Olberic. Both are very high level compared to me right now, especially if being even with that one there was so rough. I think I should do Olberic's. Maybe. Mostly because I don't have one of these around here. The shrine for a secondary job from him. So I think if I get that one, the only ones left would be Hunter and Dancer. And in Primrose's class, or job. But that would mean there's one extra that I'm missing. I'll probably find that one a bit later. Yeah, we're gonna go to Victor's Hollow next. Definitely. To that way, I think. Yeah, definitely Victor's Hollow. See you there.